A lot of people say music saved their life. I like to say it probably saved my mind more than anything. I call my projects around midnight because a lot of the songs I wrote around that hour, and I felt like it was a kind of a reflective project where I wrote kind of stories, things I've been through, and everything just kind of clicked around midnight, so I called it around midnight.
Who's that knocking on my window? Who's that knocking on my door? It's way too late for all that noise, and you know my mama's home.
My story is probably kind of cookie cutter to begin with. Came up in the church, singing in the church, but I was always more shy. I kind of still am pretty shy for the most part, besides, you know, performing and everything.
Crush on you, my eyes still lost for you. You better show up. Wanna love on you, I guess it's true. So I was wondering if you're not busy after this, maybe we could hit the crib. It don't have to be serious, we can.
It's an outlet. Music is an outlet. Being an artist is an outlet. It's riding that line of hiding behind something and presenting something else. So, music and writing. A lot of people like people that keep a journal at night. Little young girls that keep a journal of all the things that they're not comfortable with, talking to their parents or their friends or the guy that they really like. So it's kind of that same sort of feel. Like I'm gonna write this song from a standpoint of something I typically wouldn't do, a stance that I wouldn't typically take in certain situations. So it's just that outlet to let things out. Things that you wouldn't normally say in real life. Music makes it easy. I was completely terrified of writing my own lyrics. So my very first project that was self-titled, I released when I was still in college. I had a few friends that they always told me they wrote poetry or like kept a journal and everything, and they were all the way down and willing to help me you know, write songs for me and with me. They would write. It was so crazy because I could tell them what I wanted the song to be about and give them a beat, and they would just go for it. But I couldn't, I don't know, I guess I was scared of being like raw.
Reaching out to you, do you feel my mood? I die.
everybody that's not, you have to be kind of reserved, because you give so much in your music, you give so much on the stage, like you have to save a little bit for yourself in your personal life. So I mean, I'm sure people wonder a few things about me, just like they wonder about anybody. Whatever people don't know, like the unknown is what everybody is after. What's gonna happen? What are you doing? What are you doing when you're not on Instagram? Who are you with when you're not at your show? So it's like always that thing, like people want to know. So I try to be as relatable as possible, but I think I do keep a little bit of me to myself. The type of artist that I am and have pretty much grown to be, everything is real life feelings, things I've been through, seen or heard or whatever. So I didn't know if I was ready to expose myself in that way, because like I said, I always sing in church, but I wasn't, you know, you singing for the Lord, you're not really singing personal, deep personal messages. So that's the thing that kind of held me back a little bit in the beginning.
Don't know why this keeps happening. Try to understand, but keep stumbling. Try to rationalize irrational ties, so they look right.
I didn't know the song Charlie would get to so many people, although it is the most personal on the project. It took me 3 months to write it, only because it was so personal, and I found myself like getting overwhelmed and emotional while writing it. And that song in itself kind of takes a little ride. It breaks it up. The song is broken up into 3 little mini stories, and I just got it through, just like the changes in the beat. If you listen to it, like the first verse is kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type thing. I started out the lyrics of once upon a time, not too long ago, me and Charlie got so close, and then it's the beat switches, and then it goes into kind of like when things start to change. And it's basically like, a lot of times females in relationships, they kind of feel like it's something they did, or willing to go the extra mile. I know a lot of my friends and female friends and people I know that go through breakups, they're like, well, they were willing to do anything. They were willing to fix whatever was wrong, but a lot of the times the guy just is not here for that. So it pretty much just goes through like the girl being completely head over heels for this guy, and he just wasn't down for the fix.
Once upon a time, not too long ago, me and Charlie got so close. He was the best thing that ever happened to me. I was in love with the air he breathed. I lived when he spoke to me, my king, and I was his queen. He understood me completely. It's crazy as we lay with limbs intertwined. Our hearts and souls beat as one at the very same time. I got these pills on my dresser. Some way me and Charlie lost that connection. Damn, I hope these things make me feel a little better. Hope they make it hurt just a little bit less. So will I fall deeper, deeper depression? Man, I thought I learned my lesson. Don't apply so much pressure. I just trust it gets better, Charlie.
Whole feel was different in the booth, like it's just more freeing, and that's the feel I was after. So ever since then, I've pretty much been writing everything. Of course, if I collab with somebody, they'll do a hook or their verse, or still a lot of my artsy friends may say, Davonne, I got this for you. I came up with this, and I'll use it. But for the most part, everything comes from me. Round Midnight is available for download on Bandcamp, and it's in the bio of pretty much all my social media outlets. And directly through me, I have hard copies. So
it's been a while. It's been a